again, in Meredith's basement, we're looking at replacing a full system. So the furnace is coming out. Our return drop is getting replaced. So a little tricky on our return drop. First, it's only 16 inches deep, so we're not utilizing the full width of our furnace from an airflow perspective. So what we're going to do is in replacing this drop, we're gonna extend it and take this piece of metal out and put our drop all the way over to this edge. So we're gonna have to seal up around this little edge here, but we're still taking from the same cavity, but this is getting pulled out, and our return drop is gonna come down right here. So it lines up better with where our furnace is. So I'll have all the dimensions of that drop, what it needs to be. Another interesting thing is when you look back here at where we're pulling return, we're pulling a ton of return from this space. So you can see all the dust collected, and that little section comes off of our return and just comes over to here, and you reach your fingers around the side there. It's just completely wide open on the top. So we're pulling it, putting this basement space into a big negative when our furnace is running. You can see based on all the dust that it's just pulling a bunch of return. So we're gonna get rid of this section here completely. Remake the return drop, pull this piece out, drop's coming down over here. Now, we're gonna cut a hole in the side of the new furnace and put a 6-inch round down low into the wall over here. So we're gonna take return from the basement, but not from this same space, as we've got our water heater over here. So we've got a supply in the finished space, and we're also going to have the return. We're going to need to drop a flue liner. It's a 1-story house, so we'll just need the 25-foot, 6-inch flue liner. When we're putting in that flue liner, so at some point, our water heater, it's not going to be drafting hardly at all because it's completely flattened down. So take these screws up, lift it up a little bit so we can actually draft properly. So that works correctly. Our refrigerant lines, they run up, run out, right over here, run out. So we're gonna flush out those refrigerant lines. The existing panel, we're not gonna touch the panel. It's got 30 amps for our air conditioner. So we're likely going to need a fused disconnect outside because I'll confirm, but I believe we're only gonna need 20 amps. So 20 amp fused disconnect. What else? Getting rid of the humidifier. So we're going to be a lot shorter with our new furnace and air conditioning coil, so we're just going to reconnect up to the supply trunk here. But that is no walkout in the basement, and you have to come through a finished section with carpet. So bring floor runners and tarps to set down on the floor in those sections.